Good morning and welcome to the Charm Citizen Show. I'm your host, the Charm City Maven, and today we are here with Sam. Sam,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm feeling good this morning. How you feeling?
I am feeling good. Of course, we're up against Thanksgiving
Mhm.
soon. We got one additional day, I guess, to cook, to prep. I don't know about you. I still need to go to the market again.
Well, I'm going after we finish today, on this call, and then I'm making all of my things today, this afternoon, so it's all done.
What are you
Yeah.
making?
I'm doing the mac and cheese, dessert, and rolls. I'm not gonna do the rolls today,
Hmm.
but definitely knocking out the mac and cheese, getting that prepped, because 'cause we're doing a potluck style
Nice.
for
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
we usually do a potluck style, but I'm not the one who is the heavy lifter. My mother is still the heavy lifter. My 2 sisters, they are the heavy lift. The 3 of them, they
Mhm.
lift heavy.
Okay.
I'm responsible for pies and pies only. So I
Okay.
got
Okay.
sweet potato pie and apple pie.
Come on, those are important parts of the equation, you know that.
I mean, they definitely are. They are not quite macaroni and cheese, not quite the star.
That's funny because I went to an event the other day and someone asked me, am I cooking? And I was like, yes, but I was in the midst of eating a plate because it was Friendsgiving. He
Mhm.
goes, you didn't even look me in my eye when you said that you cooking. So I can't believe that you cook. I said, first of all, I got family from the east side and west side of Baltimore. So trust me when I tell you this 817 McCabe Avenue is going to come out all the way in this macaroni and cheese.
I hear
And it's
that.
222 North Hilton Street in this dessert. So there's that.
Oh, see, exactly. Okay. All right. So you're from Baltimore?
Yeah, it's from Baltimore. It's funny because I was thinking earlier today, my mom is from the west side. No, my mom is from the east side, sorry. She's from McCabe Avenue side of town, and my dad is from Hilton Street, so I feel like I'm kind of a merge between east and west side of Baltimore, like,
Yeah.
giving the harmonious vibe. So, yes, from Baltimore with love.
You give harmony.
Thank you.
You do. You're always so peaceful. So it's
I
just like,
mean, thank you. It's please know that, it's a process, it's a practice. It's just something I'm committed to because 'cause I'm like, "Well, what's the point in crashing out?" You know?
that's true. That's true.
Imma
I
come a
don't know if I've crashed out so much as I've burnt out. I've burnt out a lot too, but I guess it kind of all goes hand in hand.
I mean, crash out is a bit more to the extreme, but
Hmm.
I've been burnt out as well, and I realized, like, "Girl, if you don't take care of yourself,
Yeah,
don't expect anybody to put on their cape and come save you, even your parents."
that's definitely true. What does self care look for you? Like on a weekly basis.
Honestly, self-care is a bit more tangible for me than most folks probably like, I'm not the girl that's gonna go to yoga class every single day.
Hmm.
But what I will do is wake up, be quiet and still to myself, and, just really sort through my thoughts, meditate, set some intentions for the day, and kinda, like, cleanse my mind of any of the negativity because I feel like this world is just designed to kinda pump to you
Hmm.
negativity and things that make you feel less than. So I just take time every moment and segment of the day to check in with myself. And I feel like that's part of my privilege because, I think we're never asked, people who look like us, how you doing? How you feeling? For real, for real. So we got to do
Hmm.
that. We got to do that for ourselves and be honest with ourselves. So
Yeah.
that's what my self care looks like is keeping it real with myself. And when I'm not feeling it, making the adjustments.
That's good. I love to hear that. My self-care on a daily is my coffee hour.
Okay.
It's typically between the hours of 9 and 10. And it's the hour where legitimately the only agenda is me drinking coffee. So
Hmm.
like I try not to take calls. If I'm working, I do not take calls before 10 o'clock. It's just not happening. Which makes it very interesting for me to as I choose my different career fields and my jobs because I'm just like, no. And it's like it's a hard no now. Now I'm too it's like, you know what? Why am I setting myself up for a disaster? Like I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not cut for the 9 to 5. Like I'm really not.
Same. I really
Yeah.
believe that we aren't supposed to live like, even when it comes to the school system, and forgive me, I'm doing the things with my
Mhm.
hands. But even when it comes to the school system, some of these places is like, how can you expect people to sit for an extended period of time and be productive when our bodies are, like, actively filled with all this energy and we need to move and so I definitely subscribe to an unconventional workplace and
Mhm.
in spaces as well. Cause sometimes just sitting still for that period is just it's like a slow death. You like, oof.
Yeah, that's true. And it's so interesting. I mean, I completely agree with you, but it definitely makes for a more complicated life. I have found that you definitely do have to stand 10 toes down for yourself.
Mhm.
and like really heavily advocate for yourself, your children, if your children need that type of space. Even like culturally, like you said, like culturally amongst us, it's kind of hard to like demand like these are the things that you need. So like I have found it that interesting, especially I'm on this new ADD or ADHD journey. Yeah. So I have learned so much about myself and how I have had to navigate the world or like to like make space for myself in order for me to be comfortable. And it's like, huh,
Mm.
so that's why I have been doing this thing. So this is why I have burnt out. Oh, go figure. Okay. All right. So I'm getting more tools now and like understanding that some of the tools that I have like almost forced myself to have come in handy and I can they're good ones. They're ones that I actually need to maintain. I don't need to put myself into a square if I'm a
Yeah.
simple or whatever.
Heavy on living outside of the box. When I
Hmm.
the funny thing is when I first started sharing my art with the world, that was the message that I pumped out because I feel like we do ourselves such a disservice when we try to
Hmm.
subscribe to this blanket blueprint of life versus just being more explorative and saying like, "You know what? I really don't like this way of doing things. Let
Right.
me get more curious to find out what does feel good." Because for me, it's like finding those feel good things helps me to find more sustainable ways to exist and do things that I need to do as an adult. So I feel you on just having to take your time with yourself to understand what spaces are going to feed you best, what
Uh-huh.
people you probably need to be around you. And that's always constantly changing as we grow and evolve. But just staying in this box is just not it for me. It's not it for
Mm-mm.
me. I'm constantly
No.
raging against the machine.
Hey, I'm all for that. So tell me about art. So I know you, I mean, I do know you as an art girly, but I guess
Mhm.
I more so know you as a fashion girly. But tell me, what are your thoughts on this? How do you
It's
see
so
yourself?
funny. It's so funny you say that fashion. So I've always kind of struggled with calling myself a fashion girly because I feel, yes, I use fashion as a tool, but it's more about the style because the style piece is more individualized for me. It's
Mhm.
fashion sometimes can feel very pretentious and just like you have to have this in order to be in fashion. And style for me is just, people who have 2 cents to rub together, but have an eye for fashion and clothing can put it together. You know what I mean? And it
Yes.
doesn't really align with sometimes how those conversations in fashion may go. So I rest in the style space, but I play with fashion, and it's all about self exploration to me. I was a kid
Okay.
who was designing clothes and taking stuff apart and putting it back together, painting on combat boots. And it was when I was in high school. I went to Western High School, all girls. Um,
Okay.
and being around all girls is a thing because them hormones be hormoning when you're in
Mhm.
school, and people are just weird and trying to find their own way. And so I never bothered anybody. I still don't. I stay to myself. Um, and so I noticed in high school, there was a lot of energy coming my way, and I didn't know what it was. So one day I had bought a shirt from, I think it was Spencer's or Gadzooks. You remember?
Mhm.
I think it was Gadzooks.
Mhm.
And it said, Obviously, I'm socially unacceptable." I wore
Mhm.
it to school, and by lunch period, several girls had made signs to actually put on their shirts, like, obviously, we don't give a, and I was like, "Oh, okay, so y'all see me." And I
Uh-huh.
realized how much, clothing, even though it was just a simple t-shirt, I was just like, "Okay, so messages matter." And I just realized how much clothes can help us to tell a story, and be a representation. And so that's really my entryway, is just designing my own, but also realizing the impact of fashion and clothing and people's perspective of you, in that
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I have been wearing this is my favorite t-shirt.
Okay.
And the reason why I wear it is because, well, one, it has all the superheroes on it, but I feel like I get to pull sort of from that ethos of like being able to stand tall and like empowering myself because I have felt like unacceptable in society, much like how you felt in
Mhm.
school.
Mhm.
So but I have even worn this shirt. I didn't get the job, which is perfectly fine, but I've even worn this t-shirt on a second interview. And I explained why, and it was a
Mhm.
creative job, but it just was like, no, like I need to wear this to show up, and I'm not showing up any differently anymore.
I love it. I love.
Yeah. But yeah, this has been my thing. That and wearing a uniform lately. I have a very interesting relationship with style and fashion. I can
Yeah.
appreciate it, but it seems like it's so much work to put together. Like when I see you, it's like, yes, she put on so many items and it looks beautiful, but it's
Yeah.
like I know there's a Well, maybe it's not a lift for you. It's certainly a lift for me to gather all the things.
I'll say it's not a lift for me because I care, but I don't care. Like,
Mm,
I care in a way, like, this is my way of self-expressing, but I'm not afraid to fail or mess up a look or not you know what I mean? And not hit
mhm,
the way maybe another outfit has. Like, I'm just this I don't have that kind of, I guess, stuck, rigid nature. That's just me as an individual, because I
mm,
recognize people who just you stay stuck in the same place, mulling and mad. It's just like, bruh, there's so many other things you could be happy about. So I'm damn sure not gonna stress about what I'm wearing. I'm just gonna put it on, and if I feel it, then I'm rocking it. If I don't,
mm,
then I won't. And, what's got me to that place is, just taking my time, curating pieces that I love, just investigating what kind of colors feel good,
mhm.
seeing what looks good in my on my body for that season because our bodies change and
Yeah,
sometimes we want to show a little bit more skin or maybe we want to do a little bit of a different style of denim jeans. Maybe we're in a wide-legged denim jeans season versus a tapered leg. So it's really about asking myself those questions and being honest and even sometimes using others as a reference point. Like, I like how she put that together. It helps me to see myself in trying different things as well. So I'm never afraid to try something new as it pertains to putting clothes on, but I also do take some time to like kind of gather and procure things that make me feel good as well.
that's good. I like that. I am just starting to venture into the vintage world.
Okay. It's
Just
heavy.
starting.
It's heavy, it's thick. It's a lot of ways that can go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing, so far I'm just I can't say that I'm buying anything. I mean, I have
Mhm.
bought like a few things,
Okay.
but what I am doing is like paying attention to the things that I'm attracted to more, if that makes sense. And I
Yeah.
am noticing that I am liking color. I am liking like something that's like bigger or like boxier, if that makes sense, which is
Mhm.
so interesting from my previous style. Well, it's not even my previous style. I still like the dare I say it, like the Kim Kardashian silhouette of like style of dress. But I have
Okay.
wanted to play with like different types of silhouettes, like you said. So it's been an interesting journey. This is very new, but it's been an interesting journey. And I almost like dressed in like a I've been saying like a college professor.
I love that.
Mm,
So it's funny that you say college professor because three words have been coming to mind as I think about where I'm going with my style and what I want to bring more into my space. And those words are kinetic, like
mm,
movement, cozy, and sharp. And I think about sharp in the way that my mom and dad used to say it, like old school, like that man is sharp. You know what I mean? Like
right.
to the T, to the nines, all dressed down. I love that, but I also realize just the conventional suit is not my vibe. It's gonna have to have creative elements to it because I just need some razzle dazzle in my day. I need to be able to look in the mirror and not feel like blah. Um,
Mhm. Mhm.
that really does something for me. Literally, even looking at my nails sometimes will be like, okay,
Yeah.
it really kind of gives me an energetic boost. And I believe that we deserve that. Even I was talking to Dwight from Caillou Creamery because I went to the Flourish.
That's what it's called. It's Caillou. It's not cashew. I don't
You,
even
we're gonna put a pin in that. No disrespect. I thought it was Caillou Creamery. Maybe I'm getting
I don't
Caillou.
know.
I don't know. I don't know,
I
y'all.
never actually heard it,
We
so,
will
you know.
together. My bad if I mispronounced it. But I was talking to him, Dwight, and he was like, I gotta tell you, he was just like, I appreciate your style. He was just like, people in Africa, different tribes have different styles and wear different colors. We don't
Mhm,
all look the same. He was like, I'm just so tired of everybody looking the same. And I was just like, yeah, and it's not like I understood that, but it's not like I go out of my way to look different. It's just I truly feel my way through the getting dressed process. My husband will tell you, I'll put on a whole outfit, look in the mirror, and just be like, I'm not here. I don't like it here. And I'll switch a few things and then I'll come back to it and that's that. And then I'll feel I have to make sure that I love what I'm wearing before I walk out the house. And that's the same way I take when I'm thrifting and I'm
mhm,
shopping. If I don't love it, I'm not going to bring it into my space. We're not doing half-ass anything, you know?
mm. Well, maybe one last question on the fashion tip.
Mhm.
How often do you edit your own wardrobe?
Honestly, I'm in a process of a heavy edit right now because I've lost a lot of weight. And also, I'm in a different period of my life, a different
Mhm,
season of maturity. So, I want what I invite into my closet to reflect that. I also have a new role doing more teaching. So, that sharp aesthetic
mhm,
I definitely want to invite more suits, but from a creative professional perspective. So I usually edit my wardrobe before this heavy edit, maybe once every season. My mom has always got me into that practice of like, we put the clothes in the trunk, we put them under the steps,
Mhm.
bringing out clothing seasonally. But as I grew older and realized, like, oh, well, I can layer clothes from,
The
maybe
summertime.
right,
Yeah.
summer and wear them in the fall. So my process has gotten a little different as it relates to rotating out my garments, but I'm always at least assessing at different points in my life, be it a shift or a change in my weight. But right now, I'm definitely in a heavy edit because we're preparing to move. It's just a lot of things that I'm going through, sorting through, redesign.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like it's like it's like a different kind of space right now that I'm in. It's like blank space, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. Does that feel good?
Um, it does feel good. I think not I think. I've become more comfortable with not having all the answers.
Mhm.
And not having everything figured out. And so it feels a little weird because it's foreign. It's a foreign thing not having all the answers, but I don't feel nervous or anxious about it. I feel excited,
Mhm.
um, and just ready to just take my time through it and not feel like I have to rush.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
This might be a personal question, but are you 40 or close to 40? I just
Yeah,
turned
I'm
40.
41, baby.
Yes. Okay. All right. This
What?
all makes all of the sense then.
Yes, 41.
Yes. Yeah. This year has been so interesting.
You okay, so you just turned 40.
Yeah, in April. Yep.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. It
Mhm,
has been so interesting. Like I said, I've learned so much about myself, and it really it's a mindset shift that has changed. And when they say like you turn 40 and you care about a lot less, I'm caring about a lot less,
mhm.
which
Yeah,
is good.
I'm caring about a lot less externally and caring about a lot more internally.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's where I'm at with it because I've always been a person, a child, honestly. I'm not the only child, but I am the youngest child of older parents, and
Mhm.
my siblings are like 13 to 15 years older than me, so they was outside when
Oh
I was
wow. Okay.
so I got a very concentrated focus and was always surrounded by this elder type of energy, so I'm hyper aware, hypersensitive, all the things. Um, so as I've grown older, I'm like, ooh, let me go ahead and course correct some of the learnings and practices and ways, even when it wasn't modeled for me.
Mhm.
But I realized that's part of my privilege is like kind of peeping the scene and recognizing opportunities for me to be kinder to myself because
Yeah.
that me as a mom, it helps me in the world. Like all of those things for me, it's important that I take care of me and not just be on autopilot with the make sure you got a roof over your head, food in your belly. Those things which are necessary, I feel confident that our generation is like adding another layer. Like, but no,
Mhm.
I matter too, and my feelings matter, and I need not say that I'm good when I'm not good.
Right.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that's what 40. Well, honestly, before 40, that's why I always felt. I'm like, we got to be kinder to ourselves. We really do.
Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to be kinder to myself. What I know I have always done is so my mom, stay-at-home mom, I have 3 siblings, so a household of 4 children.
Okay.
My dad worked, my mom was home, but my mom was an artist. What I didn't see her as an artist before, but she can do everything. So like
Mm,
her big thing is interior design. So
okay.
I promise you, of course, we're going into Thanksgiving. The house that I saw last week will not be the house that I see coming this week.
Come on, man.
Because she is literally always changing something. There's new curtains that's been sewn and put up. There's new wallpaper that's gone up. There's wallpaper that she didn't like that's been painted over. There is a new throw rug that's over top of the old throw rug. It's very shabby chic. And I love it. I do love it now, but back in the day, it's just like, didn't like we just arranged this. Like, what do you mean?
A little diversity. She need a little,
Oh my god, it's crazy. But she can paint,
Okay.
she can upholster, she can sew, she can crochet, like
Hey.
she yes, like she can do makeup, like she can do eyebrows. Like the reason why my eyebrows look the way I get compliments on them, it's like it's because of that woman. I definitely learned that from her.
Come on.
Um yeah, so a part of that, like bringing it all together, what I learned from her is really to still always have space for me. So even in motherhood, my mother was just like, "No, these are the things that I do." Like it's not up for debate. I'm not moving like the schedule has to move around me, not the rest of y'all. And it probably was because it was four plus a husband, where she was like, "No, I gotta drawing a line in the sand. I have space for me. I get to show up as well." So I think I learned
That's
that early. Yeah.
I'm glad that you learned that early. I didn't learn through the women in my family embodying or even explicitly saying, "This is for me." I learned well, 1, all of the women in my family are bold, and they are
Mhm.
gonna say exactly what's on their mind. But I recognize that well, specifically my mom, she worked at University of Maryland Hospital, emergency room. She worked at Sinai honestly, Mercy Hospital, all the
All
hospitals,
women.
okay? So she was constantly in this arena of like taking care of people, helping people, and seeing just so much trauma that I
Oh,
feel like when she got home, she was tired. Baby was tired. And she did an amazing job with keeping me cute, clean, and pulled together and just a good, strong head on my shoulders. She, to this day, she had a birthday November the 12th. I asked her, I'm like, Ma, what you want to do for your birthday? Well, I just want some, a crab cake. Well, what's your favorite restaurant? I don't know. Well, and just even I noticed when I ask my mom questions about herself, there is this like, I don't know. And I'm like, wow. And so that's why I feel so personally charged to connect with myself because I'm like, I got to know that. Because one, if
mhm.
you don't know what you need, if you don't know what you like, if you don't know what you want, how can you communicate to other people how to love you, how to take care of you? And I recognize that a lot of women sometimes don't have that language and have not had that ability to explore what
Yeah.
it looks like for them. You know what I mean? They just kind of just go along with the punches and the motions because this is what life is.
Right.
Um, and so I'm like, I look at my mom and I'm just like, okay, okay, sis. And so I work with her and I try to help her to discover what she likes, but I realize that she's very much set in her ways. But
Mhm.
I for sure take the charge of being like, this is my responsibility to know what I like, to know what I need, to know what I want, to know when something is not meeting the mark, and to share that with my daughter so that she can have that sense of knowing as well.
Right. I love that. Is this style therapy with Sam?
What you mean?
I
Is it?
feel like I feel like this whole thing.
You said, is this what it feels like?
Yes, that's what it
Um,
feels like, but in the best of ways.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
dialogue that happens. Like, it starts in a superficial place, but I'm not a superficial girly. Like, I'm a
Oh,
always
no.
deep. I can't play around in the shallow end. This is why I don't,
Mhm.
the small talk thing only feeds me for so long. Then I'm like, well, how your heart doing?
Yeah.
What's going on? So style therapy is just my way of like encouraging, because most of my clients are women, encouraging women, but anyone who could use and benefit from style therapy to just slow down, take a
Yeah.
moment, let's process what it looks like in terms of what you're wearing, why you're wearing what you're wearing. So me kind of guiding them through that process of their clothing practices and style stories, all of that. So it's all encompassing, but I'm thankful to be able to hold the space that I do in the way that I do it because I know it's a little different. But when people hear style therapy, they're like, huh, I like that.
Mhm. Yeah, no, I definitely like it.
Thank you.
Um, speaking of, so that is your thing, but you have many things, but so what does entrepreneurship how has that been, and what does that even look like for you?
Entrepreneurship for me has been the practice of actualizing the world that I wish to see. I
Right.
would love to see a world where people love themselves more because I feel like a lot of the problems that we experience outside is because folks have a lot of deficiencies. There's a lot of adults that are really kids with unhealed wounds walking
Mhm.
around. And so my entrepreneurship journey has been about creating in a way that offers some kind of levity to life. So it looks like the new Vintage by Sam healing hardware collection where people can wear beads and or have
Right.
affirmational laces to kind of affirm them in their steps. It looks like teaching entrepreneurship as well because I do feel like all kids, everybody needs to learn business. I think it's
Mhm.
important, especially when you see so many of these systems are businesses, and
Yep.
when you're not educated on the nuances, then you can easily be, messed over. So I think entrepreneurship is a skill that everybody should learn. Um, and so, yeah, that's basically it. Just really trying to just have a level of care, but also center human beings in this whole process. Cause I'm like, everybody's talking about AI, but what about the humans, baby?
What
what about
about the humans? Right. And the humans aren't going anywhere. Shouldn't want the humans to go anywhere. What's interesting, I have a conflict with AI. As a heavy AI user, I still have a conflict, and it is the human conflict about it. I don't think that I'm erasing myself out of a business or a job by using it, but the ethics around um like how people perceive their humanity, like I feel like it's almost like if you have to ground yourself more and identify the aspects that make you human and probably speak to that and advocate that those things are seen from us, like our culture, everything as AI only continues to like ramp up more and more. Like I think we need to be more human. We need to invest more into like our own previous spiritual practices, like the kinetic healing, like you're saying, like feeling things, touching things, all of that is going to become so much more important, connecting with each other.
Yeah. No, I definitely feel heavy on the connecting with yourself to
Hmm.
be able to connect with others. I think what I've been noticing and feeling out in the world is people's strong need for community, but then
Hmm.
people will get in a community and are awkward because they themselves may be disconnected and don't know how to engage or interact with other beings. And so I feel like that self connection piece is vital because if you know you and you love you, it's like, all right, great. It's like it's like a weight off of your shoulders. So now when you're integrating with other people and you're surrounded with other people that know themselves, it's like we're all
Hmm.
having a good time here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nobody this isn't a pissing contest. We're not over here trying to like overcompensate for things. We're just existing and we're being together. So I feel so strongly as it relates to AI that it is so there's so many benefits to it and there's so many opportunities for us to work in partnership with AI and develop a healthy way of coexisting together.
Hmm.
But there definitely has to be more of an emphasis on the human side of things. And people really have to take that personal charge to like, get into themselves, you know what I mean? I know,
Yeah.
like, some folks hear the word therapy and really cringe, and it's like, "Okay, so maybe you don't wanna go there, but maybe
Right.
you'll do some, creative wellness or go to a workshop or try something different," but it is that intentional effort to reconnect with yourself because you can't just go to work and come home and watch the news and take care of your
No.
kid and go to work and come home and go drinking on the weekends and then get a couple passport stamps that will leave you unfulfilled eventually.
Yeah. That's so crazy. And people would really go 20, 30 years doing exactly that, the same thing over and over again. That sounds like torture to me personally.
I really believe that the creatives in thought, like the creative thinkers, the creative makers are at the helm of changing this world to something better. It feels uncomfortable because all of this stuff needs to burn down to the ground for something new to emerge. But when you think about it, a lot of this was not created in consideration of us.
Mhm.
Lots of other people, let's be honest. So what we're witnessing now, and this is why I only like look in and be like, oh, okay, shit's still falling apart. Okay, great. Let me go ahead and retreat and do what I can in my own little universe and community and so forth.
Yeah.
But the world is changing.
Yes,
It's
it is.
gotta change. And folks should know that they deserve joy and happiness. And it may sound woo-woo, but it really is a good stepping block to creating a life that you love.
Yeah. Yeah. I I am I probably pay attention to the world burning situation probably a little bit too much.
I get you. I
And then I do, and then sometimes, whether I'm paying attention or not, it just comes folds right into my lap and directly impacts me. So
yeah.
there's that part. But I have this thing. Well, Trump Citizen, a lot of it is about civic engagement.
Mhm.
But I do civic engagement at the center of joy. I think that is supposed to be an everyday experience. I think that civic engagement is about the connection within community. And I think that because like you're from Baltimore, I'm from Baltimore, we're a part of this robust Black community. And for the greater good, I'd like to think, and we have so many people that have navigated in the same space on the same soil that we have every day. And I think even that energy has like put us in a good space to be able to thrive in the future in this next iteration. Like as everything else is crumbling, I really, really do feel like that Baltimore is on the track to continue to thrive. Like we're going to.
Yes, I agree. I completely agree. And I love because I saw your post about civic engagement and your
Mhm.
efforts. I'm happy to support however I can. I know we always intersect.
Yeah.
Um
Buy a hat.
yeah,
That's all you gotta do.
okay, bet.
Yeah.
I'll get one today.
All
But
right.
I definitely believe that heavy. Civic engagement is so necessary. And I definitely feel strongly about Baltimore being just Wakanda, whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
There's so much beauty here. And I went to an event last night. It was a gathering of Black women. And just the opportunity to be able to plug into those places more frequently. I talk to people, I have people in DC and all over, and they're just like, "Yeah, I'm coming to Baltimore because I need that kind of
Mhm,
and this
mhm.
is I think we're definitely kind of, a beacon, you know what I mean, for other
Yeah,
cities. Just, like, "Come together, y'all. We
yeah.
can."
That's our privilege, and I love it. We all get to share in it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Talk to me about the future in terms of your motherhood.
Ooh, is that a trick question, Kendra? Uh,
Yes.
okay, okay. It what how my future in terms of motherhood. Um,
Well, here's the trick. Do you want me to tell you, like, the trick? Because you already are a mother, and I recognize a lot of people think about motherhood from, like, the beginnings, the baby stage, but you
mhm,
are a mother, and the motherhood has to I think it looks different at each stage. So it's
yeah,
like the child looks different at each stage, but the mother also looks different or feels different at each stage.
yeah, I'm definitely more confident in my motherhood,
Mhm,
role now. Because I recognize it's not about being perfect. It's not about making sure she has the coolest sneakers and the coolest book bag. And I've never really thought of it in those superficial terms, but just wanting to provide a life for my daughter that she can appreciate. I realize it's all about the love, for real. It's all
mhm,
about seeing her. It's all about affirming her, calling her in with love when things are happening and she's not making the best decisions. It's also about apologizing when I'm tripping because I
yeah,
think me it's about her seeing me as her mother, but also as a human being and navigating this earth and not having a level of respect on both ends. You know what I mean? I
mhm,
subscribe to, yes, I'm your mom. I know more because I've been here more, but there's absolutely opportunity for me to learn from you. And
yeah,
so I don't have this air of like parental arrogance. Um, like I definitely gather with love, when that is required. But seeing her as a human being and appreciating her as a human being versus just a dependent, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Uh, it's been very key to just honoring my humanity and hers.
yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm
That's
at.
true. Would you have more? Did you ever consider having more?
Of course, but I made a smart decision not to. I have a lot of love in my heart, but I have to be realistic about my space, who I am, what's around me, my support, and so forth, and to be able to um, I think motherhood is so beautiful. It's also a space where women give of themselves. And I think because we're often giving of ourselves, I wanted to make sure that I am able to hold on and maintain for myself. And like I said,
Mhm,
my siblings are older. Unfortunately, I don't have a big family. Um, and so I'm like, this could possibly, take me to a place where I feel overwhelmed. Um,
mhm,
Motherhood for me, outside of my biological daughter, will take a different shape because I still have love. I just haven't quite figured out what that could look like specifically.
yeah,
Uh, but biologically, no, I do not intend to have any other babies, but I do intend to share my heart with other kids out here. And I do that through different programming as well. Like,
yes, you do.
in other ways, I really show up as like a community auntie and community mother, and I love it there.
Finding that that is a nice space for me to kinda be in, maybe not in a professional capacity, but as I've become, I guess, like, this elder, it's
Mhm.
like, yeah, these are also, like, kids that I can be responsible for and help usher in and help, like, train up. I don't really know what train I mean, well, it is training, but, you know,
Share
help
these notes. Yeah.
yes, yeah, because I want them to be able to go further than us, whatever that looks like.
I completely agree. I really subscribe to the village,
Mhm,
theory and community. Mommy and daddy may not always understand what child is going through. It may be
mhm,
he that swoops in with a different perspective or a different word and way of saying things that really lands with the child.
yep,
So I don't limit myself to how love can look and even how soul family can be built. And so I do,
soul family.
yeah, that I'm big on that, especially now because I'm in like working through building like, having a small family and wanting it to be bigger. And then
Mhm.
I also say all the time, like, I haven't met all the people that's gonna love me yet. Um,
No.
so it's just like being open to meeting new people who like align with, where I am and lovingly challenge me and kind of speak my language. I'm like, yeah, I'm down for that.
Right.
Because we're not meant to do this life alone. I was listening to Amanda Seals the other day, and she was just like, a lot of us are out here trying to survive systems and spaces that we had whole communities for way back in.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? We were for sure much closer, some time ago when we were all united under the same um, groove and focus of like, first of all, they got us messed up. Let's go ahead and make sure that we do what we need to do to be
Right.
seen, heard, and felt. And now, like everyone's in their own silo. Everyone is a bit more separated and scattered. So I really subscribe to coming together and the village being a place where everybody can rest. Like we all need it, not just the kids, the
Right.
parents, the mamas, the daddies, like, we need these plug-in places to just be like, "You know what, girl? Let come here, give me that baby." You know what I mean? What you need,
Yeah.
laugh, joy, all of that is necessary.
Yeah, I think what's missing out in the event space, I'll say, and in the event slash community space is the intergenerational acknowledgement that we do need to have collective spaces for all of us that are in the community. From so like the place that you can bring the baby, but also the place that you can talk to an elder. There's some spaces that serve that like locally, like I like the idea of being able to pop into Mama Coco's and, take my mom there and take my kids there. I definitely like that. Even our house, I know our house, everybody goes there. We've been going there for some, like, we probably running into the ground, but it's because it's that much of a, aren't we running into the ground? I mean,
I mean, it works. Our house is like a
yeah,
state. It's big enough, it's got
yeah.
plenty of cushion, so
Yeah, it's a space I'm probably in too much, but at the same time, that it's a good community hub, and so it's like you gotta respect it because you can get all walks of life there. You can get all types of people there. You can see a familiar face there every single time that you go. At least for me, I know that much.
yes,
So
same
yeah,
here. Same here.
yeah,
I always see somebody that I recognize, even if we don't have a moment to, like, exchange, because sometimes, people are there, headphones on, doing the work.
mhm,
It's always like cheers, you go in there, you see somebody, people know your name, and even from, like, the concession stands or the folks that actually work the businesses, the coffee place, like, it
uh-huh,
just all becomes this, like, community opportunity for you to just, "Hey, what's up?" "Let me get your empanadas, Tio." It's everybody is familiar, and I love that they rotate out the end with, a different business, so that
yeah, the
keeps
pop up,
yeah, that keeps new people coming in and experiencing the space. They always have, like, music there.
yeah,
I think that's a phenomenal idea, honestly.
yeah,
Our house is a great space.
yeah, it is, and aptly named. I mean, it's the R for Remington, but same thing. Our house. It's all
Yeah.
the same. Yeah. Talk to me about your content creation journey.
Ooh, well, I think of the internet as like a digital diary.
Mhm.
It's my space to be able to share what's going on. I have learned to remove myself and like a lot of the emotion tied to it. It is still a practice though, because you post something, you want hopefully for it to perform a certain way, but I rest more on just enjoying sharing because it's kind of like a reference point, if you will. So when people are like, "Oh, you look cool. What do you do?" Blah blah blah. It's like that business card, digital business card with more
Mhm.
portfolio kind of vibe to it. So I've always been one. I love taking pictures, video. I'm always going to do that no matter what. So social media is one of those things that feels natural that I don't have to overthink so much. But lately it's just about telling my story and sharing the cliff notes that I learned in life through my art. So whether that's through the Healing Hardware collection or I'm talking about how, maybe you need to stop wearing people's expectations for style therapy. It all is generally connected together with the same theme.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is a digital diary. I mean, I find even though I am officially a content creator, like that is my business.
Hmm.
Um, Seeing it as a diary or an archive of my life has allowed me to play with it in like so many other different ways now. Like I this boost of energy that I have or like refresh of my own brand is like making me say like, well, like show up, not so glossy, if
Hmm.
that makes sense, but just like show up as me. Like I'm putting up like clips where I've attempted to do something funny and or like fun and it hasn't worked out, where like I've maybe tripped or said the wrong word. And it's all a part of how I want to remember me even as I look back at my digital diary. I still keep my diary, my actual physical diary from when I was a teenager. So it's like almost becoming the same thing.
Oh, yeah, I love that. I like approachable content. Um,
Hmm.
for me, I think anything that I do as it relates to creating is always going to be approachable. Like, I don't want it to feel like you can't sit with me. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Hmm.
Or that I'm unapproachable, or even that the concepts that I'm sharing and the clothing that I'm sharing is unapproachable. It's like, no, this is accessible to
Yeah.
you. I'm really gonna try to encourage you to figure out what this looks like for yourself. I'm big on, listen, cut, copy, and paste it, make it work for your world, you know?
Yes.
Because people do that anyway. I
It's
just
true.
don't have any desire to just tell people to buy more stuff. If I do, it's from a lens of, well, if you're gonna shop amidst this blackout, let's do smaller businesses, black owned, locally,
Mhm.
local love. Um, and or if you're gonna get dressed, make sure you love it, that you're not chasing the trend. So it's for me always redirecting the person back to their own personal power.
I love that. So I get to sit with you soon. Tell us
You
about your
do.
workshop.
Yes, you're coming to come.
Right.
House.
Yes.
Yes. So okay, so thank you for saying yes. This workshop I love so much because it's me expanding the creative wellness conversation and making art accessible to folks who may not even consider themselves artists or creatives. So I love I know you have no problem getting into the weeds of creating.
Oh, yeah.
But I look forward to welcoming other folks into the space to sit with me inside of Couples Tea House. Got two classes on December 13th, one at 5 p.m. and one at 7 p.m. And the goal is to really just sit and unwind and relax and learn together and exchange just some good vibes and
Mhm.
meet some new people. So that's the goal.
I love that. Yes, I'm so excited. I haven't been to a hardware making class of yours yet, and
Well,
I've done, like, beading classes in the past, and it's fun. It's fun to just sit and talk, meet new people as you're doing an activity, so I'm looking forward to it.
yeah,
I really am. I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to having you. And so the funny thing is, so while the classes are happening that evening at 5, one at 5 and one at 7, during
Mhm.
the day, I'm gonna have my bead bar active outside in front of the Made in Baltimore stores. So Christmas
Okay.
Village will be percolating and
Mhm.
my bead bar, aka BDB, will be out front. So you'll be able to see her kind of go in, experience the vibes. I've got some affirmations inside of her and just she feels good to be in. So I'm excited to also share that with the city as well.
Good. Well, thank you so much for sitting with me today, Sam, and telling us about all your awesomeness. Tell people where they can find you online.
Well, it's been my pleasure, Kendra. Thank you so much for welcoming my voice, and I can't wait to create with you. Everybody, you can find me at New Vintage by Sam on Instagram or Style Therapy with Sam or www.samwashere.org.
Thank you so much. And Sam was here.
Sam was here.
All right.
Always.
Thank you so much, Sam.
Thank
All
you.
right. Bye,
All right.
guys. All right. Hold